So imagine a cube 6 miles across, deep and high.
Damn.
And that's how much lava came out.
Yellowstone National Park is a serene landscape that is home to the world's most extensive and most densely packed collection of thermal features. With more than 10,000 geysers, hot springs, mud pots, and steam vents spewing water, mud, and gas. However, beneath this serene landscape lies geological unrest. Yellowstone National Park is a place of wonder and mystery. Located primarily in the U.S. state of Wyoming, this nearly 3,500 square mile wilderness recreation area is home to dramatic canyons, alpine rivers, lush forests, hot springs, and gushing geysers. But beyond its natural beauty, Yellowstone is also home to many unusual and strange phenomena. One such phenomenon is the mysterious lake music reported by explorers and visitors for over a century. This strange buzzing sound sweeps across Yellowstone Lake, confounding scientists who have yet to explain its origins. Despite countless investigations, the source of this eerie music remains a mystery. Another unusual feature of Yellowstone is Isa Lake, located near the Continental Divide at the summit of Craig Pass. This unique body of water was once considered the only lake on Earth that flowed backward to two oceans, the Pacific and the Atlantic. It straddles the Continental Divide, causing its waters to flow in opposite directions. Yellowstone is also home to some fascinating microscopic creatures known as thermophiles. These tiny organisms thrive in the park's hydrothermal features, such as Grand Prismatic Spring. They're responsible for creating the brilliant hues of the spring as they're nourished by the energy and chemical building blocks in hot springs. But not all of Yellowstone's unusual features are so benign. The park sits atop a volcanic hotspot, and a swath of land larger than Chicago has been rising and falling in erratic jitters over the past 20 years due to wayward magma. This movement is caused by changes in pressure and temperature within the magma chamber beneath Yellowstone. Recently, a newly formed thermal feature has violently erupted into life in Yellowstone National Park, forcing park rangers to close off a section nearby after it showered the boardwalk with a blistering mixture of water, soil, and sinter, mineral deposits that are precipitated from hot springs. And in a further sign that the park's hydrothermal systems are acting up, geysers that have been inactive for 5 years are warming up and throwing scalding water around. The unrest may be due to slight changes in pressure or the amount of water seeping into the underground reservoir system. A recent series of earthquakes in the geologically fascinating Yellowstone National Park caught the attention of experts. Seismic activity was detected beneath the northern part of Yellowstone Lake, close to Lake Wyoming, on March 28th. Data from the University of Utah show that the sequence started shortly after 11 p.m. MDT with a relatively minor magnitude 0.7 earthquake. The following 12 hours saw an astounding 60 earthquakes, with magnitudes ranging from 0.1 to 3.7. Two of these earthquakes had a magnitude greater than 3.0. Although 60 earthquakes in such a short time may seem alarming, it's important to realize that this kind of seismic activity occurs frequently in Yellowstone National Park. In fact, it contributes to almost half of the overall seismic activity in the area. Since 1962, there have been a total of 44 earthquakes measuring 3.0 or greater within a 16-mile radius of the epicenter of the magnitude 3.7 earthquake. It's interesting to note that the mesmerizing geothermal features of Yellowstone are the result of the volcanic system's ongoing evolution and transformation. Sequences of earthquakes, such as the one that was recorded in March, are a normal byproduct of this ongoing geological process. Researchers and scientists keep a close eye on these occurrences to learn important information about the park's volcanic system and to evaluate any potential dangers they might present. But just before you're done processing the 60 earthquakes in that short period, just a couple of months later in May 2023, Yellowstone underwent yet another notable seismic activity spike. A startling 148 earthquakes were discovered by the University of Utah's seismograph stations in the park during that month. The fact that these earthquakes clustered into 4 different swarms, each with a number of smaller tremors concentrated in various parts of the park, is particularly intriguing. These swarms, which may contain hundreds or even thousands of individual earthquakes, can last for days or even weeks. Understanding the underlying volcanic system and its potential effects on the park and its surroundings requires close scientific observation of the earthquake activity in Yellowstone. The University of Utah seismograph stations run a vast network of seismographs inside Yellowstone to achieve this, enabling the detection and precise location of earthquakes. The analysis of this important data helps researchers better understand the seismic activity of the area, and the results are then communicated to park managers and to the general public to promote safety and well-informed decision-making. While some people may find these occurrences puzzling, they are a normal and essential part of the park's constantly evolving geological processes, which are shaped by its remarkable volcanic system. Scientists work to protect the well-being of those who visit and live in this breathtaking national treasure by conducting ongoing research and remaining vigilant. And they hope to gain a deeper understanding of this dynamic landscape through their efforts. But even with them being a normal part of Yellowstone, it doesn't mean that these activities can't be dangerous to us humans. And this has been seen in some events. Yellowstone experiences quite a few of these each year, around 1,500 to 2,500. Don't worry, most of them are tiny and they're often not noticeable, but in the past, there was one colossal earthquake called the Hebgen Lake earthquake way back in 1959. It was a magnitude 7.3 beast that caused quite a stir, leading to 28 unfortunate fatalities. Most of these happened because of a massive landslide that got triggered in Madison Canyon. Now, let's move on to hydrothermal explosions. Picture this. Hidden beneath the ground, there are interconnected reservoirs of hot fluids. These fluids are so hot that they're almost boiling. But sometimes the pressure changes suddenly, and that's when things get explosive. The hot fluids turn into steam, rapidly expanding and blowing apart rocks and debris in a spectacular display of nature's fireworks. These hydrothermal explosions can also be hazardous, damaging, or even destroying thermal features in Yellowstone. They usually occur within the Yellowstone caldera and along the active Norris-Mammoth tectonic corridor, adding a bit of excitement to the park's geothermal wonders. Now, about volcanic eruptions. Okay, don't panic. While eruptions are rare, they are a natural part of Yellowstone's history. Over the past 2.1 million years, there have been 3 massive volcanic eruptions here. When we say massive, we mean big. Those eruptions spewed out so much ash and debris that they covered parts of the North American continent. Imagine that. If another colossal eruption were to happen, the impact would be felt worldwide. There would be falling ash and changes to the global climate, lasting for years, even decades. It's overwhelming to think about, but scientists are on the lookout for any signs of trouble. They're studying Yellowstone carefully, and if anything serious were to happen, we'd be well informed. But Mother Nature is quite unpredictable, and we can't really say for sure that we got this. So while Yellowstone is a place of wonders and marvels, it's good to be aware of the potential hazards too. With proper precautions and an adventurous spirit, you can explore this captivating park and witness the extraordinary power of nature.